This is the so-called cement berm. We got a Nissan Versa, which is not a very big car, driving through the said cement berm. Not.
Somebody had that evening told the Pasco County Sheriff's Department that they would not be able to get through here, and of course that was before the new fence line was installed, and even now obviously they could have. And this is the gate in which the community barks about in some sort of response to having purchased together. And of course you've seen it's been broken, and I'm trying to sell this property. This is an eyesore. And the entrance to my land, mine, looks like, well, you've seen this. Okay, my husband and I have always been responsible for maintaining the access here. And what we have right now is crumbled concrete, not a concrete berm. And it was reported somewhere along the line to the Pasco Sheriff's Department that we had placed a concrete berm here, which was an erroneous piece of information. And I'm not sure as to whether or not the non-passable conversation wasn't something that was spoken to someone about for the night that Megan passed away. She went into an irreversible coma, and she had, because of being worked by my husband, who is a retired City of Tampa Fire Department personnel. He was a driver engineer, and my daughter, who holds a license to be a Florida lifeguard with EMT certification from the Red Cross. They worked her, my daughter Megan, for 20 minutes, and she actually suffered a brain aneurysm in addition to her condition as far as a botched up LASIK surgery. So, in the process of all of this, I'm not sure exactly what we're talking about. I am very tired. I've got a lot of work to do here. Obviously still in horrible grief condition over the death of my youngest daughter, who was a beautiful woman, young woman. And I am separated at this point, going through divorce. And I am trying like heck to get out of here. And the amount of work that I have to do already is considerable. I'm making my way through it, but I don't like the hostility that I'm experiencing from my neighbors, who can't seem to take the change of, you know, this very simple thing where I have to fence my property in order to legally sell it and to pass on an AC1 ag ready piece of real estate to a new buyer. I've been told by a real estate broker that without doing this, that they couldn't sell it. And I've also been told by the state via SwiftMud that I cannot change the zoning of my property. It has to be sold as an AC1, and they're not the only entity involved. It's also federal, AC1 by the Army Corps of Engineers, and also AC1 by the county itself. There's state, federal, and county all say AC1, and there is no way of changing it. And this is the new fence line. It's been done via survey marker, which is located has been located by D.C. Johnson, and the survey marker is located there, and that fence post lines up best I can get it to go that way with the tree route. And then we have measured it with surveyor's measuring tape and followed the line all the way down, and that was all measured via the new plot map. And now the plot map will have changed, but this is completely legal. I've been told I can put a fence at the a gate at the very beginning of my property line, and of course I'm going to maintain a gate here, and maybe cattle gaps or something in order to keep animals in, if that's the case with the new owner. I have no idea. I certainly do not want horses here. This has been a hay field continually until I lost the green belt via the Pasco County tax people, because I put this fence line in, and they told me that I was under acreage for the green belt, and it has to be AC1. But with this, according to D.C. Johnson, I get my green belt back, and I don't think that there's anybody that's going to stop me from doing it. In fact, it would be illegal to try to stop me from doing it. Pasco sheriff, according to the conversation he had with me, which she says something completely different, he told them that they were wasting their time, that I had every right to do that. And according to the Pasco Sheriff Department, via visitation, because I had to trespass somebody because they were mowing my hayfield, they told me that this was not an access road. This was my driveway. And so, because of all of the lack of being able to change and move on to new ways and new measures and new neighbors, if that's the case, they've begun to harass me a bit, and I'm not in the mood to be harassed at this point. I've, like I said, have had a horrible loss because of whatever was going on here, and I'm ready to move on, and then they can figure out what they're gonna do with the new neighbor, if they like them or not. But from now on, when Mr. Alvarez is going to have a problem with this, but I'm going to be leaving this open. It's been actually open. This is the chain, and I don't have a key for this. This is not my lock. I don't know whose lock that is. It wasn't locked before. We actually had it tied. Since the incident last September, this has been tied. It hasn't been chained, and it hasn't been locked. And it wasn't chained and locked that night either. I did have a lock on it, and I came down personally that night when they made the phone call to the emergency services, and I unlocked this, and this was wide open for them to come through. And like I said, somehow they had been informed that this was not passable, and that is completely erroneous. That this was passable that night, as it is right now with this little Nissan Versa with that much clearance on the bottom. It's not impassable. So that's it. This is not, can't pass it. This is the old fence line. This is the new fence line. This is not on the property line. This is on the property line. This is not an access easement. It is not a utility easement. Notice all the utility poles are clearly on the properties of the neighbors. These all belong to their respective properties along the neighbors' property. It's inside of their property. Though it doesn't appear to be, that is their property. On the plot map on this side here with no wire, and this fence line is coming down. To be removed. This is going to be the new line, and it's on the black line. And this line here is not correct. I lost my green belt. Should I drive on Alvarez's lane up on the side there?
Why?
Yeah, well, because my car is going to get stuck in this mess.
Okay. This is the end of our property.
This is actually the road.
And the road starts
This is supposed to be
right
the
about
road.
here.
Right, this is supposed to be the road.
And that's how they maintain it, but
And that isn't supposed to be there.
yeah.
And this is how they maintain this.
We had an emergency. The fire truck did not go through, and we're going to show you what they couldn't go through.
And they will not go
They
through.
will not go through, and this is not our property.
No. Cannot go through. Don't want to get out.
And take a picture of me in it. See how deep it is.
I'll go in.
I mean, I have to probably get into it too because I
No
need.
emergency vehicle is going to access through Power Line Road. Go through this.
They actually had a squad car go through this, and they messed it up. It was steaming and sputtering.
Go through. They're not going to come up here.
I mean-
this is not going to happen.
Look,
The whole avenue of whatever it is ridiculous.
and I am 5'5" and a half.
And I see creeping indigo
Oh, you do? Where?
right here.
Oh, lovely. Let me take
Down in the hole.
down in the hole. I wonder where this is coming from.
Yeah, I know it.
Hmm.
Some more here.
Yep.
More here. Come up here.
Yep. I'm coming. I'm coming.
And seed. Look at the seed on that sucker.
Oh yeah. That's
There's some with fresh seed on it. Brand new.
fantastic.
That's creeping indigo. Oh, here's some with flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and look who we're right beside.
21444 Trilby Cemetery Road. That's not legal right there.
Where the horse turd would be from.
Up. More here. Oh, you got some over there?
Yeah, right here. Always growing where it's not
Right
supposed
there.
to be growing.
Right here.
Yeah,
And here.
yeah. They probably recently sprayed too, so
Yeah.
they didn't maintain their.
Let's get back in here. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
This has been like this for
Time. Well, it's at least a year.
20.
That seed pet pod, the dried one, is last season.
Oh yeah, but this thing has been like this since, oh God,
Oh,
the first,
10 years. It's got to be 2 decades now.
and it's already being compromised. I mean,
It's fine.